If it's not the wicked in the moral aspect, what is the scientific aspect of this evil? It simply is the primordial activity and functions of that which existed before creation. Doesn't make it bad. You see what I'm saying? It is that which is prior to creation. You see?
That you meaning that life.
That life, that system.
Mm-hmm. Well, isn't it kind of ironic that life is part of evil? If you turn it around.
That's right. You can go as far as to say that not only is it that before creation, that it was set up a pattern that evil would be that is prior to anything modern. That would be a pattern that would repeat itself throughout history. We can just take Egyptian civilization,
right,
and just in the dynastic period, we're talking about millions of years after creation in the dynastic period, they make something evil out of that preceded it.
Now why,
which was the earlier priesthood.
Now why did they do that?
It is an age-old question that haunts man. And the ultimate one is simply ignorance. The misunderstanding of something that might be a little more remote that you can contemplate. And they say over and over again, that which the later generations could not understand, they swept in a trash pile of moralism, of evil and wicked. So the Typhonian Egyptians, which is pre-dynastic Egyptians, become evil to the dynastic Egyptians. Several schools later, a Hebrew set, which was Egyptians, would label all Achaemic evil or Egyptian evil. And a Christian set, which spawns out of a combination of different groups, but of that time and later on labeled Hebrew evil. And a Muslim set that is a direct derivative of lineage of the Christian and the Hebrew, but later on named Christianity evil. And all modern concepts of what is called religion will later on name all the ancient world evil. So first it started out with priesthood of scientific views, leveling the other aspect because they didn't understand certain practices that had gone on thousands of years before.
Right.
Meanwhile, you must understand this. This is not just a few years in contriving or making this thing happen. This is thousands of years. We're talking about the pre-dynastic aspect would be equivalent to almost maybe 10,000 years compared to the dynastic. It's just that old. So it is natural for them to come on the scene and things deteriorate or certain mysteries of knowledge or misunderstandings. The knowledge would be lost and misunderstandings would occur, that they would start calling the other ones evil. Or we can go on to say this, that we exacerbated it more by not understanding that even those in the ancient world might have not been talking about the same kind of evil that we're talking about here. Because it is interesting here that all of the pharaohs that we look at, they're always standing between Horus and Set. And if they're standing between Horus and Set, then we ask this particular question. Were these polarities? Or was it wicked?